So here's a picture of my back at age 15, and here's a picture of it now at age 18. As you can see, it's grown an insane amount, and the main reason for this is not only my diet, but also how I've actually been training in the gym for these past 3 years. To be fair, what I've been doing really isn't that complicated, and in this video I'll be showing you everything that I did to achieve this. So yeah, watch until the end to find out, and hopefully this helps you guys who want to see the same results that I did. Anyway, let's get into it. Okay, so for starters, I'm going to talk about the exercises that I actually do. So it's extremely important to understand how the back is actually made up, and although there's multiple different muscles in it, the main ones that we need to focus on growing are the lats, rhomboids and traps. As you can see on screen, this is where they're all located, and I'll also obviously focus on growing other areas as well, but these are the ones that are going to give you that huge aesthetic look. I'll personally do 6 different exercises in total, and I'll split these up by doing 3 on one day, which are lat pull down, seated cable row and T-bar row, and then a different 3 on another day, which are pull-ups, seated row and bent over row. I'll keep repeating back and forth throughout these exercises each day that I train my back, and yeah, it's pretty much as simple as that. Okay, so next I'll train using a weight that I can do between 8 to 12 reps on. This is optimal for muscle growth and something that you definitely need to make sure that you're doing. I personally do 5 sets for each exercise, but if you're someone who doesn't have as much time, 3 sets is completely fine. The workout split that I use is chest and triceps, back and biceps, shoulders and legs. So yeah, I'll train my biceps on the same day as my back, and like I said before, I'll do 3 exercises on one day and then 3 exercises on another day. I'll also make sure to train till absolute failure for every single set, and I'll also add a drop set at the end of every exercise as well to really get that final burn. I will also rest for 2 minutes between each set, as this has been proven to be optimal for muscle growth. Right, so now I've spoken about how you should actually be training, so let me demonstrate how to actually do each exercise and also how to do them with correct form. So starting off with the first 3 exercises that I'll do on week 1, and as I've already said, these are lat pull down, seated cable row and T-bar row. So for lat pull down, it's extremely important to make sure that you're doing this right, and although you can use multiple different attachments for this, I personally use a bar. All you need to do is make sure that your hands are set evenly across the bar, and then pull it down to your chest, keeping a slight arc in your back. Then you need to extend your arms back up again, allowing your lats to fully stretch, and overall focusing on using them as much as possible. It's also really important when doing this to try not to swing as much as possible, as this will take all of the isolation off of the muscle. So next, seated cable row. Now again, there's many different attachments that you can use for this, but I normally use a close grip handle. It's fairly simple, and all you need to do is again have a slight arc in your back, pull the handle towards your stomach, and then fully extend your arms back out to really get that stretch. It's as simple as that. Finally, T-bar row now, and for this you just need to rest your chest on the support pad, grab the handles and pull back as far as you can, really squeezing your shoulder blades together. Like I said, I also do another 3 exercises the second week that I train my back, and these are pull-ups, seated row and bent over row. For pull-ups, it's very straightforward, and you just need to grab onto a bar, pulling your body up and getting your chin above the bar. For seated row, it's the same technique as the seated cable row, but for this, I personally like to do one arm at a time as I can get more weight on. Finally, bent over row, it's another rowing movement, but it's a little bit more complicated than the others, and for this, it's very important to keep your back straight, bend your knees, and drive the bar into your stomach, keeping your elbows tucked in. So yeah, that's pretty much all of the exercises that I do to get an absolutely huge back. Overall, all of these exercises are extremely important to be doing if you want to target the main muscles in your back, but obviously it is okay to switch the exercises up if you want and try something new. And to be fair, although these are the main ones that I do, I will sometimes do different ones as well. So yeah, now I've explained exactly what exercises I did to see this progress, let's talk a bit about diet and some tips and tricks that massively help. So for diet, this is something that you need to prioritize so much, and depending on what your goal is will depend on how many calories you need, but if your goal is the same as mine, which is to build muscle, you can find out how many calories you need to be eating by using a website called Calorie Calculator. All you basically need to do is put things in like your weight, height and activity level, and this will give you a rough estimate of how much you actually need to be eating. It's also essential that the food you're eating are high in protein, and you ideally need to be aiming for around 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight each day. Some foods you could eat to achieve this are things like eggs, chicken, beef. And yeah, it's so important that not only your training is right, but also your diet is as well. Some extra little tips and tricks that I'd also recommend to just help your back grow is things like getting 8 hours sleep per night, trying not to stress about things as this lowers your testosterone, and also taking 1 or 2 rest days per week minimum to allow your muscles to actually rebuild and recover. So yeah, to be honest, that is pretty much everything that you need to know, and it's everything that I did to see this progress in my back. So if this video did help, please do leave a like and subscribe, as it would be much appreciated. Anyway, I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.